Good morning, students. Now we shall continue with the second part of the explanation of the chapter, The Enemy. In the previous class, we had completed up to page number 25. Now we'll continue further. In the previous class, you have come to know that Dr. Sadao met Hannah at America when he was staying at a professor's house, and there both of them met each other. Then he has given the description of the professor also, that the house was very small, the food was bad, the professor's wife was so voluble. Voluble means talkative. But he had gone, and there he had found Hannah, a new student, and had felt he would love her if it were at all possible. Now why he says here, if it were at all possible, वो क्यों कहता है? Because he couldn't fall in love with Hannah before ascertaining it that she was a Japanese girl, because he knew that his father will never agree his marriage with someone who is not a Japanese. Now he felt a hand on his arm and was aware of the pleasure it gave him, even though they had been married years enough to have 2 children. So now it comes again to the present that they were happily married, they were having 2 children now, but they didn't marry heedlessly in America. Heedlessly means without the permission of their parents. They took the permission of their parents when they came to Japan after completing their studies, and then they got married. And now they were very happy, and they were very comfortable and very happy with each other. Now it was at this moment that both of them saw something black coming out of the mist. दोनों वहाँ पे खड़े हुए थे और वो बस पुरानी बातें याद कर रहे थे, तो एकदम से उन्होंने देखा कि लहरों के साथ कुछ काला सा कुछ आकर के गिरा है. It was a man, and he was flung up out of the ocean. Flung means he had been thrown out of the ocean. It seemed to his feet by a breaker. He staggered by a few steps, his body outlined against the mist, his arms above his head. Then the curled mist hid him again, and because of the misty weather, because of the foggy weather, again he was not seen. Then Hannah was very upset that how this man was over here, how he had been thrown out of the sea. Perhaps something that might have happened with that man. She dropped Sadao's arm, and they both leaned over the railing of the veranda. Now they saw him again. The man was on his hands and knees crawling. Then they saw him fall on his face and lie there. Now it was sure to them that it was a man who had been brought with the waves. So the first thought that came to their mind was maybe he was a fisherman. The fisherman who might have gone into the sea, and because of the rough weather he had been thrown back by the waves. A mile or two away on either side there were fishing villages, but here was only the bare and lonely coast, dangerous with rocks. The surf beyond the beach was spiked with rocks. Somehow the man had managed to come through them. He must be badly torn. Badly torn means badly injured. वो खड़े होकर बस वो सोच रहे थे कि कौन हो सकता है, कैसे वो यहाँ पर आया, and he might be very badly injured. And when they went close, they saw a stain of red soaking through the sand. That is, the blood was coming out. So Sadao exclaimed, "He is wounded." He made to haste the man, who lay motionless, his face in the sand, an old cap stuck to his head, soaked with sea water. He was in wet rags of garments. Sadao stopped, Hannah at his side, and turned the man's head. They saw the face. Now that man was lying upside down. So in order to see his face, they turned the man, and when they turned that man, they were quite surprised to see that he was a white man. A white man means he was an American. Yes, it was a white man. The wet cap fell away, and there was his wet yellow hair, long as though for many weeks it had not been cut, and upon his young and tortured face was a rough yellow beard. He was unconscious and knew nothing that they did for him. So because of so many injuries, he was lying unconscious, and he was not aware that Dr. Sadao was attending to him. Even after knowing that he was an American, Dr. Sadao continued to investigate that man. Blood flowed freshly at his touch. On the right side of his lower back, Sadao saw that a gun wound had been reopened. That is, he had been hit with a bullet. And because of the gun wound, the flesh was blackened with powder. So maybe some days back he had been shot, and after that he was not tended. Tended means he was not given any treatment, and because of the bad luck, what happened? The same wound was struck by the rock again. So now he was bleeding badly. So now the confusion with them was that what should they do with that man. Before that they knew that the fishermen had gone home, and even the beachcombers. Beachcombers means those who go to the beach to collect some shells or other things. So no one was around there. So now the confusion was what to do with that man, because he was an American, and already we have studied that the story is at the backdrop of Second World War, when America and Japan, both of them, they were the enemy countries. So now they were confused what to do with that man. So first thing that came to Dr. Sadao's mind was that the best thing was that they should put him back into the sea, because if they put him back into the sea, then neither they will not be in trouble. Now that the bleeding was stopped for the moment, he stood up and dusted the sand from his hands. Yes, undoubtedly that would be best. So Hannah also agreed to that, but even then she continued to stare that man. Then Sadao said, if we sheltered a white man in our house, we should be arrested, and if we turn him over as a prisoner, he would certainly die. So both the things were there. He said that if we gave him shelter in our house, we treated him, we will be considered as traitors and we will be arrested. And if we give shelter to this man, we will be arrested, and if we give him to the police, of course he will be killed. So Hannah said that the best thing would be to put him back into the sea. So that they will not be blamed of anything. Neither they will be termed as the traitors, nor they will be considered, they will be the reason of the death of that prisoner. So even after thinking that they should put him back into the sea, none of them moved. They were staring with a curious repulsion upon the inert figure. Inert figure means the one who was not moving because of unconsciousness. What is he? Hannah whispered. There is something about that looks American. Then he saw the cap, and on the cap was written US Navy. So of course the man was a prisoner of war, and he had escaped. He might have been captured by the Japanese army, but he had escaped. And that's why he was wounded, and he was wounded in the back, because maybe from the back side he was hit by the bullet. And now they were just talking to each other that whether they were able to put him back into the sea, whether they have the courage enough, whether they have the courage to put a human being into the sea without attending to his wounds. So they were just asking each other, and Sadao hesitated again. The strange thing is, he said that if the man were whole, I could turn him over to the police without difficulty. I care nothing for him. So next thing that came to his mind was that if that man was not wounded, he would have handed him over to the police, because he was only an enemy for him, and all Americans were his enemy. But now as he was wounded, so being a doctor, his duty was to treat that man. You also cannot throw him back to the sea. Then there is only one thing to do, we must carry him to the house. But the servants. Now the problem was that they were the servants in Dr. Sadao's house, and they didn't know what reaction they will get from the servants, because all of them, they were the Japanese, and the Japanese, all of them, they were against the Americans. Clear? Now the rest of the part we shall continue tomorrow.